Today's build is an easy seller and it's even easier to build. Plus, you probably already have the scrap set you need laying around your shop to build it. So stick around and I'm going to show you how I do it. But first, please take a second and hit that like button, that hype button, and if not already, make sure you're subscribed. Now let's get to the build. For this project, I'm going to be using two contrasting woods. So I'm going to go ahead and rip these down to about 3.5 to 4 inch wide strips. And then I'll start stacking them and kind of come up with the design I want before I glue them up. The old cutouts I used gave me enough that I could get two 4-inch strips out of them. So I decided to go with a 4-inch candle holder. But you can do 3 inches, 3.5, whatever you have kicking around, that'll work. Now this is the candle holder I'm going to use, and the pieces are actually sitting higher. Even when I set that on the bottom, it's going to be pretty much flush. And I think I wanted to come a little lower than that, so I think I'm just going to use these 3 pieces. So first thing I'm going to do is square up all the ends of these and cut them to the same length. Okay, so I've got all 3 of my pieces cut to the same length, and honestly I'm not sure if this is the length I'm going to keep. I'm going to wait till I get it glued up, and then I'll just kind of space out my holders to see what looks good, and then I'll just chop it off from there, or I might just leave it like this. But for now I'm going to glue it all up, clamp it, and let it dry. Fun fact, did you know that North America uses almost 200 million 1-gallon jugs of glue per year? I wonder how much of that actually gets lost and squeezed out. I wouldn't use myself as a case study, that's for sure. Now that the glue is all dry, I'm going to cut it to my final length. And I'm going to start off by cutting it 12 inches, just see how that looks. I don't know, might make it smaller, might leave it at that. Let's see. I'm going to save that. So I ended up cutting this down to actually 10 inches, and I like the look of it. So now I'm going to lay out for my tea light holders. And to keep the math simple on this, I'm just going to inset each of these outside ones an inch. So to find out where my first hole is, I'm going to take half of this width, which is 2.5 inches. So 1.25 inches, plus an inch. So 2.25 inches will give me the center of my 2 outside pieces. And then what I'll do is once I make those marks, is I'll find center in between 2 of them for the third. Now, of course, I need to find center of these lines. My piece is exactly 4 inches wide, so that's easy, 2 inches. Now that I got all my lines laid out, I'm going to be using a 2.5 inch Forstner bit to drill the holes. 2.5 inches obviously is the width of my tea light holder, so that's what I need. Now if it's not obvious, I'm going to mention that it's a lot easier to drill these holes when you've got a nice sturdy block, as opposed to waiting until you've shaped it into that pyramid look that we're going for. As far as the depth of the hole, I want my tea light holder to stay up quite a bit from the top. I want to give a lot of light surface area there that you can see, since it's going to be a centerpiece. So I'm going to set my depth stop to right about this 3rd layer here. And that's going to allow, a good solid inch plus to stick out from the top. So I'll set that and then start drilling. If you're still watching at this point, I'd kindly ask that you give me a like, sure would mean a lot. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button. To cut the edges, I'm going to set my blade to exactly 45 degrees. Now I'm going to set my fence up so I get a through cut all the way. And I'd like to leave a little bit of this maple on here if I can. I think that's just going to look nice. So no real measurements here. I'm just going to kind of eyeball where the cut's going to start and where it's going to finish. As long as it's not this side of the center line, then it'll give it a nice little peak look to it. This is a pretty big cut even for a saw like mine. So you've got a bandsaw, you can use that. Or if I was to do this again, I would probably put a 45-degree cut on the two top pieces before they're even glued up. Now all that's left to do is give it a good sanding and put a finish on it. And for the finish, I'm going to be using a walrus oil tongue oil, just because I love all of Walrus Oil's products. And they're so easy to apply and reapply if you need. And there you have it. That's a pretty quick, easy build, and I really like the way it turned out. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and give me a like. Until next time.